Happy weekend, social group families. No way to start a weekend like a little video about control, which is the topic that we discussed with your kids this week. I am imagining that much like me, you're feeling a smidge out of control lately, and so are our kids. My son got me this birthday card over the summer, and I just thought it was so appropriate for what so many of us have been feeling lately. We started this week's lesson thinking about some of the things that we can control. And as much as most of us wish that there was an endless list, it's pretty much 5 things, and they're not super exciting things, but we can control them. Our attitude, our effort, how hard we work at something, the words we say, our actions, and our manners. Important side note, just because these things are in our control, it doesn't mean that it's easy to do this. It just means that it's possible. So if these are the things that are in our control, what is outside of our control? I was really sorry to break it to them, but the answer is pretty much everything else. But not all hope is lost. I talked to at least the older kids about this thing called the circle of influence. So some situations, certainly people are out of our control, but our behavior, our actions can influence the outcome. So for example, think about if mom is just trying to sleep a little late on a Saturday morning and it's 6:30 and you run into her bedroom asking where the AA batteries are for your remote, that's probably going to influence mom to be grumpy. If dad is trying to do 3 things at once at the end of the day, cook dinner and check homework, and we as kids try to help and try to make things go smoothly and maybe set the table without being asked, oh, shocker, circle of influence, that will probably make our night go a little bit better. So many of the kids, certainly not all, but many felt like parents had way too much control and they didn't have enough. So we looked at how that is the natural course of life. When we're babies, we really can't have any control over our lives. We need our parents and our adults and our caretakers to survive. But if we are responsible and if we manage ourselves as we grow, we start to get more and more control over our lives. And what naturally occurs is as parents fade their control, kids take more control. Or we could look at it the other way. As kids grow into having more control over their lives, their parents need to have less control. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit about the relationship between control and feeling empowered, which is really what we want all of our kids to be, is empowered to make good decisions, to help themselves, and to grow. As always, if you have any questions about this lesson, feel free to shoot me an email. Here's my email, or you can just reply to the email that I sent with this video in it. Have an awesome weekend.